Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, Bournemouth Tower, runway 08. Wind 080 at 11, cleared for takeoff.
Roger, runway 08 cleared for takeoff, and after departure, contact Bournemouth radar 119-4480.
Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, radar services terminated. Roger, squawk conspicuity. Free call Solent radar on 123.230 with your details. Good day.
Radar service terminated, squawk conspicuity, and we'll call Solent radar 123.230. Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra. Good day.
Hello and welcome back to another Information Alpha video where we're checking out a new type of product. It is going to be the FlightSounds Dual Pro. And you're probably wondering, what is it? Well, it's giving you the ability to hear us right now using our official aviation headsets.
Check, check. 1, 2. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yep, loud and clear. So at the moment we're using our Bose A20 headphones, which we both use in real life in real aircraft. And what this product gives us is the ability to plug in using our dual prong adapters, control our inputs as such, and be able to use them to its full capacity, just like how we would in the real aircraft.
Okay, so before we do hop into the aircraft, I just want to talk about what was in the box itself. But before any of that, I just want to say thank you to FlightSounds for sending us this unit. We really do appreciate you sending it out for us to test and review. So as we open up the box, we are greeted with a lovely card saying thank you for your purchase. And then the top section is a cardboard sleeve containing a 3.5mm jack cable, the clamp which we are currently using to hold the unit down to our desk, and then obviously the power cable which connects via USB into your computer. Then below that is the actual unit itself. It is a really sturdy unit, so do not worry about it getting damaged or anything in shipping. It is properly solid, so you will have no worries at all for when it is in transit. But the unit itself has a very clean, glossy look to it. It is metal as well, so it does have a bit of weight to it. The knobs itself are fully metal as well, and the overall feel is just excellent. It definitely feels the price of what you're paying for it. So now that we know what was in the box, let's head back into the aircraft, where we could demonstrate using the unit and our headsets together so we can do a small instructional flight.
So what we're going to do is hop into the aircraft. We're going to be flying the DA42, which I've flown in real life, and we're just going to do a quick flight utilizing the SayIntentions.ai, which is a great tool to speak to air traffic control and really test out how great this product actually is in terms of the usability, the realism, and also durability as well.
Yes. Okay, so we're sat in the DA42. Gonna shut the canopy now, and we'll do a bit of a janky startup because I'm not too fast. Got a position light on at least.
Turn off the avionics. Doesn't go on too often.
Okay, all right. All right.
You would drain and destroy the battery.
Okay, parking brake is set. We'll start the right engine. I haven't got me oh yeah, it's up there anyway, so.
And the number one.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 out of the red. Cool. Minus 30 from 710. Okay, all engine parameters are normal. On and off the pitot heat.
Look. Oh, it's here. There we go. And back off.
Okay, so our amps went up, voltage went down. Okay, so our avionics mounts can then go on. And it's a case of contacting Bournemouth ground. Okay, so contact ground, requesting for a local flight, unless you want to
leave the zone to the east, and then we'll head towards Yellow White.
Okay, cool.
Bournemouth ground, this is Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra. We're in a Diamond DA42, 2 POB. Request airfield information to leave the zone to the east, please.
Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, start approved. Runway 08 in use. Squawk 6417. Report ready for taxi.
6417. 6417.
Cool, make sure.
Doing it properly.
All you do is click on code 6417
6417.
and then make sure it's on alt mode. Cool.
Roger, start runway 8 in 08 in use. Squawk 6417, and we're ready for taxi. Golf Oscar Whiskey Sierra. Don't actually know what direction. Oh yeah, 08.
Yeah, just zoom right in, and it should give you.
08 there.
If you click on charts, it should come up as well.
I don't think I've got my. Oh, I do.
Zoom right in.
08's there.
So we'll end up backtracking. So it'll probably tell us to taxi via Mike.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Okay. Bournemouth ground. Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra. Request taxi runway 08.
Golf, Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, taxi to runway 08 via November, Tango, Mike, cross runway 08,
Okay.
then Alpha.
Mike. Roger, taxi runway 08 via November, Tango Mike, cross runway 8 and then Alpha for Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra.
Right, let's see where exactly that's going to take us.
Actually, like off.
On.
On, sorry, yeah, what did I say on? There go spin around here. He's told us to cross runway 08,
Yep,
so
we've been cleared to cross.
we don't need any approval.
No, just make sure the approach path both ends are clear.
I can't see any
Right.
traffic.
And left. No one's departing.
Can't see any traffic, no.
Cool.
Golf, Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, contact tower on 118.205, so long.
Keep going straight.
Contact tower 118.205. Bye bye. We're going to click tower 118.205. Not why it's getting us to do this taxi route. But we are
Probably because of the amount of aircrafts and stuff in the direction of
Yeah.
Mike.
There's a bit of a gusty wind, but it's not too bad.
Just do a 180 here, so
About 9 knots, I'd say.
you can really, with this aircraft, just use a differential thrust when turning.
Eek.
And it will bring you around. Yeah.
Whoa, there we go.
It does bring you around.
Okay, parking brake set. We will do the one up trick.
So easy test. So we want to check our voters. So switch them up and down the switches. So this will switch individually between each ECU for each engine. You will notice a slight switch on one of the voters. So that means that it's switching off to the other ECU.
Yeah. So the other one takes over, right?
Yes.
Okay, they're checked.
And then after that, you can just hold in between. You hold down, feet on the brakes. It will go up to roughly 1800 RPM. Once we reach that, it will then feather the prop slightly, or increase or decrease the angle.
Yep.
Checking that the prop cover is working, and then it will do it again because it's going to test it on the other ECU. So
Okay.
making sure all the parameters are met.
Makes sense. With tower, this is Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra with you at Alpha 08, ready for departure to the east.
Already going to be going to the east, lovely.
Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, Bournemouth Tower, runway 08, wind 080 at 11, cleared for takeoff.
Roger, runway 08 clear for takeoff, and after departure, contact Bournemouth radar 119-4480. Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra.
Winds are straight down the pipe.
They are, lovely.
We typically go from static with a 42.
Yep.
Gives us time to allow the engines to actually run up, and if anything's going to go wrong, especially with a prop curve, it will go wrong when we're static.
Yeah.
Instead of having to slam on the brakes.
Right, lights. We know we're
It's
supposed to.
camera action. Zoom out a bit on the map. Bring on our fuel pumps.
There we go.
Let's go.
Let's get on the brakes. Everything's set.
All greens.
Right,
Speeds alive.
Good soon.
72 knots is when we're going to rotate.
Okay.
Around now, it's starting at back pressure, and it will naturally take flight by itself.
Bit of a gust.
That's alright.
Gear
Gear up. Start aiming for 79 knots. Pitch, 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 pitch.
Oh, we need a lot of pitch in this bitch. Right, then we'll set 92 on the power.
Lovely stuff. Okay, so we're already facing east because we took off a 08.
Yep.
Which is quite convenient for us. So let's start climbing to around 3,000 and try to get outside of the Bournemouth airspace.
Yeah.
19480.
Let me contact Bournemouth radar, and then we'll start our little escapade on what SayIntentions.ai is. Bournemouth radar, hello, Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, passing 1,200 feet, 08 Bournemouth. Request to leave the zone to the east.
Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, clear to leave the zone to the east. Maintain VFR, Bournemouth QNH 1021.
Roger, clear to leave the zone to the east. Maintain VFR, Bournemouth QNH 1021. Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra.
Adam is setting up the aircraft for our cruise, and we're going to talk about today's video sponsor, which is SayIntentions.ai. So you're probably wondering, what is this? Well, it is the platform which we have been using for our air traffic control that you've heard so far in this video. And what it essentially does, it uses our artificial intelligence to allow us, humans, to speak to our computer and generate a conversation between a pilot and a controller. What's so good about SayIntentions.ai is that they have covered so many regions from the US, UK, Europe, even to places like Africa, Australia, and so on. You have so many regions where you have variations of talk between controllers and pilots, and even the accents as well. So if you're flying in America, you'll typically hear an American accent from a controller, and if you're in the UK, as we are right now, you will hear a British person. SayIntentions.ai is a subscription-based service, so if you're just wanting to learn how to speak to controllers before you make that big step onto VATSIM, you only have to pay for it for however long you want to use it for. So if you think you only need about 3 months worth of practice, then you could do that. You could cancel at any time. Thank you so much to SayIntentions.ai for sponsoring this video. We really do appreciate it. And if you want to sign up, you can click on the link in the description below.
Lovely stuff.
Okay.
A request
Oh, my bad. I keep nudging your trim, which disconnects the autopilot.
Auto, right. Bournemouth approach, this is Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra. Request frequency change to Southampton radar, please.
Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, radar services terminated. Roger, squawk conspicuity. Free call Solent radar on 123.230 with your details. Good day.
Frequency correction, radar services terminated. Squawk conspicuity, and we'll call Solent radar 123.230. Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra. Good day. Southampton radar, hello, this is Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, overhead Bewley, 3,000 feet, DA42. Request zone entry for a landing to Southampton.
Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, Solent radar, where are you headed?
Just say you want a full stop in Southampton.
Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, Solent radar, would request a full stop into Southampton.
Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, Roger, cleared to enter controlled airspace at 3,000 feet. Squawk 7356 on reaching controlled airspace, radar control.
Show clear to enter the airspace not above 3,000 feet. Squawk 7356 on reaching controlled airspace, radar control. Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra. Right, Scottish Towers. Southampton Tower.
We're gonna stop.
Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, established 02.
Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, Southampton Tower, runway 02, wind 040 at 6. Clear to land.
Land runway 02, Golf Charlie Whiskey Sierra. Right, we're clear to land.
Summit Tower, we'd like
Means
to
of
get underway
510,
as
so if we do not see by that, we would go missed. This procedure is climb straight ahead, go to 3,000 feet, and then we are directed by ATC. Our MSA is 2,300 feet, meaning that we must absolutely be above 2,300 feet within the area.
Yep.
If we go missed.
Okay. This is quite interesting.
It does get interesting when you start doing instrument stuff in between. So once we get to our mins and we've got sight of the airfield, that's when we pretty much pull the engines to idle so we can get our last load of flaps in and get ourselves to a stable approach speed, which will be roughly 85 knots. Just keep your eye on the diamond and your course. So what you're doing is looking in your PFD, you shift from the center, you look left, center, down center, right center, up center. You're constantly scanning in a diamond pattern, checking your airspeed, your course, your glide path, your you know what I mean.
Slip.
Yeah, slip indicator, that's it.
There you go.
But eventually, oh, get rid of that yaw dampener, I'll do it for you.
Oh, yes, please. That's really freaking me out.
Should have got rid of it.
500.
Yes. Okay, looks like two...
Wind.
You are a bit windy, so I'll give you the
Minimums.
leeway.
Oh, fuck.
There's minimums. Away in the
In sight.
It is very windy.
It is. I'm literally barely doing any input. It's just all wind.
Remember when I used to fly in winds like this? It's very fun. That's why I got you to disconnect the autopilot early. I know it wouldn't have handled it.
Bit of hand flying will never hurt anyone.
So I'd start to slowly bring up the power, not all the way. We want to slow it down so we're around 78 knots crossing.
Okay. So we need to dump that power a little bit then.
Remember, she drops like a brick.
371 Bravo Charlie, report midfield for left base entry.
Wilco Tower will report midfield for left base entry. Diamond
It's coming from the
371
right, so I
Bravo
want the right
Charlie.
gear down first. Bring up the power now.
Bonanza 3 Alpha Zulu. Affirmative destination confirmed as
So
LFR.
that's good.
Cap.
That's good. Crosswind control. Big wheel, we went down first. And then brake back of a stick for the aerodynamic braking. Lovely stuff.
Lovely stuff right there.
And we'll do a quick talk on the FlightSounds.
Yeah.
Some of the other benefits of using the FlightSounds Dual Pro, or even the other products which are the single prong ones as well. So if you don't want to spend the extra money on the Dual Pro, you can get a standard plug-in and play where you can just plug in a single headset.
Sierra, welcome to Southampton. Taxi to General Aviation Parking via Bravo. Alpha, stay on this frequency.
Roger, taxi to General Aviation Parking on Bravo and Alpha, stay on this frequency, Golf Charlie Whiskey Sierra. Bye-bye.
So, the reason why the Dual Pro is so powerful is because it is not only like a normal audio interface, but it's so modular. You can plug in to the ports in the rear and create your own custom audio ports. So, for example, if you're building your own full-size home cockpit where you want your own custom ports to plug in your headsets, you can do that and plug it into the rear of the headset.
And I believe you can also make your own push-to-talk switches. So if I wanted a push-to-talk button right here, I could put it into the back, and it should work.
Yeah. So the other part of which is so powerful is that we have our own squelch and volume control. So we can turn up our volumes per person, as we can see right here. And I've just gone very loud. We can also increase the squelch, which is this one here. So if we don't want our microphones to detect us as much, we can increase or decrease it so it doesn't actually detect. So it doesn't detect our voice. We can also control our computer audio as well. So the audio coming in from the simulator can be played in our headsets as well, which is so powerful.
Yeah. So my sort of setup that I would use is I wouldn't have the sim coming through here. Normally, it's only so that we can both hear it and we can record it all at the same time on one track. I would usually have my sim audio coming through my speakers, so then I can have my headphones on here, air traffic control only. and obviously the intercom system. So it adds a bit more like realistic, like
the immersion is
Yeah.
increased because you're not having to listen to the simulator through external speakers.
Yeah.
You're hearing the sounds of the aircraft, of the other person.
Yeah.
Inside your headset, which is what it sounds like in the real aircraft.
Yeah.
You don't have any echoes or anything from inside your room. You are just listening to what you need to be hearing.
Yep.
And that's why I really like this product. Anything else that you'd like to add?
I think it's great. I think it's a really good bit of kit. It literally is plug and play. So all you have to do, plug it in. It should run its own driver installation when you plug it in. Put your headphones in, and the whole system works when your computer's off. As long as it's got USB power, it works. Then you just select whatever, it pops up as an audio device on your computer, and then you just select in what application you want to use this product. So I've got it on the sim, I've got SayIntentions, I can also use it on that sim. So yeah, I think it's a really good piece of kit. It's really nice.
Absolutely.
It's a nice tool for sort of this kind of scenario where we're doing like a instructor-student sort of role play in the sim. So it's pretty cool.
Being able to sit side by side next to you.
Alpha Mike, enter left downwind, expect short
Do
approach.
that for a moment.
Oh, yeah, traffic
Left
control.
downwind, expecting short approach.
Just
Skyline
being able to sit
422
side by
Alpha Mike.
side to you right now, and I'm able to sort of help you out if you're having any issues or anything.
Yeah.
I can A, hear what's happening, and B, hear what he's saying as well. So I don't have to sort of ask him to repeat, what did you say to the air traffic controller then, for me to then see if it's right or wrong.
Exactly, yeah.
The other part of this is that it is so powerful to a point where other companies, let's say SayIntentions.ai, so we recently visited FS Weekend, and they were also using this product to deliver an example of their air traffic control service, being able to put on a real aviation headset and speak to what is the artificial controller. It does increase that immersion by, wow,
tenfold.
Tenfold, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just the actual ability to hear the controller. It's getting the feeling of having the headset, having the effect of, let's say, a microphone, because an aviation headset microphone has a unique sound.
Yeah. And obviously you can hear yourself when you're speaking, whereas if you're on VATSIM with your own headset, you can't actually hear yourself in your own head. So I think that's quite a cool little thing where, like, yeah, you're speaking through your speaker, you can hear it through your ears. It feels like you are actually flying the plane because you can actually hear it. It's a pretty
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Because it's just happening so naturally.
It just feels
Yeah. And this is what I'm coming back to with the whole, it just feels like I'm in an aircraft.
Yeah.
You can't accomplish that same sound of hearing yourself with your own headset without messing up other audio, because trying to balance that is really, really difficult.
You could probably have like the repeat playback function through Windows, but
it's too loud, and the thing is, it sounds
it's not as authentic as
when you're using a microphone, which is a really high quality one as well. Not trying to say that our headset microphones are bad. It's just it doesn't.
It's just not as authentic.
Yeah, the authenticity of being able to hear yourself is uncomparable to using other stuff like your own microphones. But yeah, that is essentially the FlightSounds Dual Pro. Yeah, if you do have any questions, please join our Discord and ask away. We're happy to answer anyone's questions. And thank you so much to Terry from FlightSounds for sending us out this product to review.
Yeah.
It has been a brilliant product, and it's permanently now on Adam's desk. It's actually screwed in, so it's not going anywhere now. It generally has been a pleasure being able to utilize this, and we'll for sure be using it on future streams because, as we said a moment ago, being able to communicate with each other without having to speak over each other's headsets, or being able to both hear the sounds on our own individual headsets, does increase that realism by tenfold.
So we can both hear whatever's going on and control sim. We can watch the YouTube video and hear it at the same time with two different headphones. So I think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure being able to show off this product. My name's Rowan.
My name is Adam.
See you later.
See ya.